defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael, polygamous minded, 7 wives. Talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I?
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Over the middle, complete. It's Lane. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Ready? 65, 18, run, 18, run, shot 50, shot 60.
Daniels looking to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Washington.
Here's Daniels. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Washington Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Tag! Cougar Knights, Dragon 60.
To the air goes Daniels. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lane. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Well, these two teams met in our nation's capital earlier in the year with the Commanders picking up the win at Northwest Stadium. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. To throw is Daniels. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Ready? 70 line.
Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt. Well, they corral him now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Well, they've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Let's go now.
Over the middle, that's the tight end center. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Here we go. Start. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Back to 6. 19 Lion.
Now Daniels. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Luke McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Eagles, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Throwing is Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
Defensive talk 101. Don't let the quarterback out of the pocket, because when that happens, yeah, you may shrink the field with your defense, but it's so easy to lose someone on the backside. And he finds him and picks up a big gain.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
180.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Eagles Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Cougar 19.
A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, Commander.
Now Daniels going to keep it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing now is Daniels. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Get it. Let's go.
They go play action. Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. That he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, 26 yards. And Washington has taken the lead.
Commanders 14, Eagles 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Anyway, 63.
Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Go Silver, ready?
Here's Hurts to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. Jalen Lane deep for Washington. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. He's still on his feet. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop it. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
79 Broncos, 60 Eagles.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught. Krosky Merritt with it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Daniel's going to keep it. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Panthers 60, Panthers Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
19 Charger, 19 Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Steady.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4. And Washington set up now 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Washington.
Here we go. 19, Panthers 60, Panthers 60. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
The way he's been slinging in the first half. You expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Daniels. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
73.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Lane. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Brand, that's just not right. You throw it over the middle into all that coverage, and the tip ball goes your way.
Dangerous, but hey, I guess the outcome worked, right?
Oh, boy, did it ever. And boy, that's the type of play that can give a team a lot of momentum.
And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get...
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. from the shotgun. It's Daniels. He's got it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Chigakonkwo. As the first half is winding down. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The lines move there, look like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Great. Set. Motion. 180.
He'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven that wants to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. He's going deep for Brown. That's into double coverage and intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. By no means, certainly, are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that's it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley becoming just the second play with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, his linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
A gain of 9. Brings up second.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Hurts completing this one quickly. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Krosky Merritt. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To the air goes Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. Here's White. They set up the screen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Daniels looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it looks Looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Come on, come on.
Out of the gun, they go with Krosky Merritt. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
19-18.
Now Daniels. Setting up the screen, Krosky Merritt. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. There'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, it's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week, they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Good, set.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. Odafe Oweh there on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Tiger Hornet.
Throwing is Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Great. Set. Anyway,
Hurts with a quick throw, complete. Oh, the gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So a big kick coming down for Jake Elliott. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is no good. And just barely missing it wide to the right. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Here we go.
Now they caught a break with that missed field goal. Instead of being tied, they now sit in the 4th quarter driver's seat, still up 3. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Elliott now to have the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Let's go now.
Throwing now is Daniels. Out route looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Oh, man, it's caught. this all the way down to the 9. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On the give, Krosky Merritt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Start. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready, what?
Looking to throw. Daniels. This is White on the screen. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A 32-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor.
Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 63 yards. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Next, the score, Eagles 35, Commanders 27.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Ready, set.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Back to throw now on 1st down. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. Here comes 2nd down and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 49.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. Here we go. This is 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And that last carry will do it. He is officially now the new all-time NFL record holder for most rushing yards in a single season. Historic, unbelievable. What an accomplishment. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
No touch, 180, 180.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, let's go.
Here's a give to Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A give to Barkley on the gun. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Eagles, the win is number 9 for them on the year. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.